Hey my loves, welcome back for another video. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Ashley Bedeck, and today we're going to be playing in another lace wig. This one comes courtesy of a company by the name of Unice. I'm pretty sure you've heard of Unice before. We're going to start off with the packaging. It came with some free goodies. This is the inside construction of the cap, and then we're going to jump right into the wig itself. This one here is absolutely gorgeous. As always, all of the details and links to this wig are in the description box, so make sure you guys check that out. Also, go ahead and subscribe since you're already here. I'm definitely going to be having tons of new content coming, including fashion hauls, so you don't want to miss out. So now that we've went ahead and inspected the wig, we love the wig. She's pre-plucked, the knots are bleached, the hair is nice and full and bouncy, and we love everything about her. We're going to go ahead and install. Now before we install, we like to go ahead and prep the wig as much as we possibly need. So this is your time to bleach the knots if you need to, tint your lace, kind of press out the lace area so that it's nice and flat and conform to your head, pluck out the wig and all of that. Now, as I mentioned before, a good amount of the work was done for me by Unice, so I really didn't have to do much. I'm going in right now with an electric hot comb, which FYI, if you don't have an electric hot comb and you install your own wigs at home or even just maintain them, you need an electric hot comb, and I have my favorite one linked in the description box. I like to go in and just press out all of the lace area. So pretty much like if you're wearing a lace front, you want to make sure that everything is flat, smooth, sleek. Typically I would use a wax stick to help out to make sure everything looks good, or you can use a holding spray, or you can just use nothing at all. It's all about preference. Now I'm going to go ahead and tint the lace. Now this is a simple and easy step for me. You can use whatever you choose. There are definitely pretty much a bunch of brands that carry a lace tint. I just use what I have at home, which is good old foundation, buff it into the hairline, and as you guys can see on this one, I typically, or in this case, only applied the foundation and the hairline. Because the knots are bleached and I like the way it looks, I was definitely gonna just put it in the hairline, and I love the way it came out. As you guys can see, the dramatics are real because I love the way this one matched my skin so perfectly. And again, if you need to, you can take that foundation up into the parting, but as you guys can see, the parting is already just fine, and if I were to take it up in there, it may have altered it and made it a little bit more red. So next step would be to pluck out the hairline. This one is pre-plucked, so I went ahead and just cut off the excess lace and skipped that step. You're gonna see once I bond it down, I am gonna go back in and like customize it and, you know, pluck it out a little bit once, you know, I kind of have a feel for what I want to do. Whenever you're going to go ahead and cut off the excess lace, be sure to cut it really nice around the ear. You want to make sure that the wig itself fits nicely around the ear and there's no excess lace like bulking it around the ear. You also want to make sure that if you want sideburns, you leave enough of the lace there to make the sideburns really nicely, or if you want to cut that off, you do that nice and neat. Next up is going to be to bond the wig down. Now you guys know me, we don't do glue over here, we use non-glue adhesives, although I have a video where I'm going to bond a wig down for the first time here on the channel with glue coming up next week, so make sure you stay tuned for that. In the meantime, in between time, we're going with a non-glue adhesive. Typically this is a holding spray, but we're going to use it and it gets tacky enough, and you know, believe it or not, it'll dry on your hair with the lace and pretty much bond the wig down. Now the best way to do this is to add a blow dryer. Whenever you blow dry it down, it's gonna literally like vacuum that sucker to your head, and it's gonna look like you bonded it down with glue without the hassle of, you know, messing up your hairline and all of that. For me, I like to work in sections. As you guys just seen, I did the center and bonded it down. Now I'm going to apply the same product to one side of my head, bond that down using the blow dryer on a cool setting, taking my time, and then I'm going to do the other side. Now, as I said before, a cool setting is preferred. I am a creature of habit. I prefer it on a warm setting. I just feel like it goes a little bit faster and it just feels like it gets tighter. But that white residue that you see there, that is because I used the hot setting. There's something about the product that we're using and heat that just does not mix, and it makes it look messy. Lucky for me, once I go ahead and make my baby hair and just do everything that I'm going to do, all that literally will cancel out without me having to like scrub it out, so I don't mind it. But again, if you want a nice neat install from off the bat, definitely use a cool setting. Now I'm going to go ahead and just pull out all of the baby hair. Now you know it's baby hair because it's a shorter length than the rest of the hair. This all here is kind of like face framing baby hair. And you want to go in and kind of tweeze it out. You know, if that's your preference. You definitely don't have to, as I said before, but you know, you kind of want it to just fit your face and kind of make sure that the baby hair mimics what your real baby hair or hairline would look like. Mine is not too thick. Mine is actually very thin in real life, so I don't want a really thick hairline personally. And that's the same goes for my sideburns. I'm going to go ahead and tweeze it out as well. Now with this, make sure your tweezers are sharp. This is going to help to make it a much easier process. Also, you kind of want to do this before you ball the wig down, especially when you're not using real glue, because it will sometimes make the wig lift. In my case, I was lucky I didn't have that problem, but a lot of the times I will. So, you know, just if you don't want to do the same process twice, do this before you put the wig on. Now for the baby hair, this step is obviously optional. The way we're going to be styling the hair with some face framing bangs. Yes, we're going to do a haircut and we're going to frame the face with some bangs. You don't need baby hair at all. I know this looks a lot scary. You guys know I like to do my baby hair in 2 steps. So I kind of just made it thick, swooped it how I wanted it. Now you're going to see me tie it up with a scarf and kind of let it bond down. Once it molds, I'm going to go ahead and play with it, make it feathery. You can thin it out even more, but I'm going to like the way it looks, just trimming it down a little bit more. But again, if you don't want this, just go ahead and use like that wax stick that we use for the parting along the hairline, smooth it in, and then use your electric hot comb. I'm so sorry, I'm so tongue-tied, but use your electric hot comb to go ahead and, you know, smooth out the hairline, and then you're good to go. Don't put anything, no swoops or baby hairs if that's not something that you like. Now I'm going to go in and press the hair. We're going to be doing flat iron curls today, which I absolutely love the way they came out. Honestly, they came out better than a lot of times when I use an actual curling iron. So this has been my go-to way of maintaining my hair. I love the curls because usually I'm on the couch with the kids running errands, and you know, my hair gets pinned up and crimped, and sometimes I just like to look pretty with curls, and flat iron curls for me are kind of fail proof. They always work for me. They always look good for me. So, you know, and it's like a 5-minute step opposed to the curling iron, which sometimes takes a little bit longer for me. So before we curl, we're gonna cut. I wanted to make it to where we had the little 2 swoops in the front, so I kind of trimmed out the hairline. I'm kind of a safe person. Like, I like to be safe with my cut, so this is why I went ahead and did the face framing situation. I feel like this is the way we cut our hair in the 90s. We didn't do like the cut or the layers all the way around in the wig. We kind of just kept it to where you kind of framed the face and like layered it in the front. I started off up top with the kind of pieces that I want to use as a bang, and then kind of made the rest of the front of the hair gradient so that it just won't be like a blunt bang, and then the rest is long. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and just make sure everything is even and nice, and then we're going to just go ahead and curl. As you can see, these are literally the easiest curls in the world. You can flip them towards your face or away. I did away just because that kind of complemented that little bang thing that I did. The bang thing looked really good in person. Now that I look at it on camera, I could have did a little bit more work and kind of like flipped it and feathered it a little bit more, but it did the job. You know, again, I was planning on doing this wig bone straight. I kind of felt like the wig was so quick and easy to install, so I just had a little bit more time and energy to play with the wig, and I'm very grateful that I did, because this came out so good. And I've already posted like a little what is it, a boomerang on Instagram last week, because I did film this video almost a week ago, and I filmed a boomerang and I posted on my Instagram, and you guys loved this hair. You also loved this shirt. It kind of has like the shoulder pads in it, and I got it from Forever 21. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to be having tons more fashion hauls coming up. We're going to be starting a new segment on the channel. I think I'm going to call it Fashion Fridays, and then do Makeup Mondays. Let me know what you think of that. I want to do a day of the week for again, like my fashion finds. I'm going to do bargain and high end, and then I'm also going to do makeup. So I don't know, let me know what you think I should do. I'm kind of thinking of Fashion Fridays, Makeup Mondays, but then I also like the idea of self-care Sundays. So if you have some tips, tricks, suggestions on what you want to see on this channel, I want to make this channel all things beauty, add in a little bit of health and fitness as I go on this weight loss journey, a little bit of lifestyle without making it too spread apart, you know, all things me, but just in a way that it relates to everyone who watches, and hopefully you guys can learn a thing or two from my life, you know, as it resonates with your own. As I ramble my life away, hopefully you guys are loving the video. I again did some flat iron curls, and I really love the way they came out. I could have cut the clips down, but I kind of just wanted you to see what I did, and literally it's not perfect. It literally took me all of 10 minutes to do, and yeah, like, it's not perfect, but again, practice makes perfect, as I always say. Don't forget, make sure you are subscribed, because there's so much content coming. Also, don't forget to check out Unice. I had no problem with this hair. This turned out to be my favorite hair that I was wearing at the time, so I've literally been wearing this hair all week. I'm so sorry it took me so long to actually edit the video. It's just been a lot. Being at home with the entire family, it's just been a lot, but yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Okay, so today we did some simple and basic flat iron curls. These are very easy. Now, I was gonna keep the hair bone straight because this one is very long and beautiful, and of course I'll pan out in just a moment so you can see the ends, but I just kind of was like, you know what, I've been practicing my curls. I'm not the best at it, but I'm getting there, and so I went ahead and did the curls, and I love the way they came out. Now, it's been a while since I've done like full flat iron curls, and personally for me, typically flat iron curls for me are best when you kind of want to not necessarily fake it till you make it, but when you're not trying to do like a root to the ends type of curl, when you just want to like bump the ends and maybe, you know, hit up a little bang action. The flat iron comes in handy for that. Now, if you want to do the root to the tip, you definitely can, but you would definitely also want to do smaller pieces, and I love the way it came out. So you guys know I did do the baby hair, but it's not really exposed. I'm gonna go ahead and feather that out in just a moment, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys the hair before I go ahead and comb it out, so you really won't be able to see the baby hair with this style, and I kind of like that, especially because most of you, or a good amount of you, really don't enjoy the baby hair as much as I do, so you guys don't really get that effect. But again, whenever I, you know, switch up my style or put the hair up, I'll definitely be able to enjoy it. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. If I were a stylist, I probably would, you know, do my clients' hair this way, where you have the baby hair, so that when you go home and you actually wear your wig, if you're not someone who is gonna maintain this hairstyle, you'll be able to like put it up or just put it behind your ears and still have a little bit of baby hair like that right there. I live for it. It just needs to be trimmed. Okay, so you guys know I usually do my baby hair in 2 steps already, and that's because I like to go ahead and form it, and then I let it mold, and then I come back and I kind of will let it just like feather out, and to me that's how I get the best effect. So if I did want to just put the hair back like this, I definitely could. All in all, I love the way this look came out. Definitely super beautiful, super voluminous, and all of that. Again, this one came from Unice. Of course, a link to this wig, as well as details, links, everything you need to know, everything you want to know, everything you need to shop is in the description box. So make sure you guys check that out. Again, I absolutely love this one, and Unice always comes through with the bomb units. They definitely last long, so if you're looking for a high quality unit that's going to get you to the rest of this quarantine, the rest of the year and even into next year. Of course, if you take care of the wig as instructed, you will definitely want to go with Unice. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share with your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe. And of course, if you're interested in keeping up with me, especially to chit chat and all of that, especially because we don't have comments here on YouTube yet, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I am Ashley Bedeck there. I'm Ashley Bedeck on Facebook. I'm pretty much Ashley Bedeck everywhere. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe, follow, all of that. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Smooches!